Hi friends, hope you are doing great. Today we are going to see this demo, Filtering Explores with Luke ML. Okay, let's start the demo. So quick lab link. So in this lab we are going to see how to use the SQL always where and SQL always having filters, and next we are going to use the always filter, and finally we are going to use the conditionally filter. We are going to see these three steps friends. In this concept you can read these things later. Okay, now let's we will click this open looker. Yes, I am going to copy the username. Just enter the username here and copy the password from here and update, enter the password here, stay logged in and click login. Okay, now we have successful logged in, so you can read these things later. Now we are going to add an always filter. In this section we will add an always filter to the order items explore to require filtering on order status and user country, which are two key dimensions in the e-commerce dataset. We are going to select the development mode, so just select this development mode here. Just I have clicked the development mode friends. Click the develop tab and then select the quick labs e-commerce lookml project. Develop, just click and click quick labs e-commerce. Okay, then next step we need to, yes, navigate to the training e-commerce. So navigate to the training e-commerce. It's coming, it's loading now, let's wait for it. And next we need to update something in this training e-commerce model file in the quick labs e-commerce project. So just I'm clicking this one, let's verify it. So we need to do some changes, right? Notice that the, okay, now we need to do some changes here. Notice that the order items explore does not currently have any filters. So we are going to do this under the first line to define the order items explore, add a new line and type always filter followed by the colon. Just copy this always underscore filter, and we are going to update after the explore order items. So explore order here only, enter it here and paste it here. Okay, now same thing only we have done it. So after that join users it's coming. Yes, great. Now we need to copy this subparameter, define the filters to use the status from the order items table. So just copying these filters, and I'm going to put that filter in after that always filter. So I just enter it here, just click enter, paste it. It is coming some error, so I'm removing that closed braces, and then we need to click save changes. Okay, so now after that finally you have one I'm getting some error friends. So what we need to do means we need to put one braces here, so you can see clearly friends. So we need to put one braces extra here, so just put that extra. I'm trying it because I'm getting some error. So after that last 62 error I'm getting, so we need to rectify it. How to do that? So just I'm checking it again, so where we need to put that close to braces. So after that filters it should come before join users, after filters and before join users. So just I'm verifying it. So if you are seeing, yes, we have to put the users, I mean after that closed braces we need to put it, right? So I'm clicking, I'm going to put closed braces now. Yes, now I think the error is gone. Now I'm going to click save changes, click the save changes. Now we need to click save changes, there is no error. Now you can see we need to click that training e-commerce model, just click it here and click this explore order items now. Great, now we got that one. And next step we need to click on the arrow next to the filters to expand the window and see the two new filters with the default values. So just click it here, just click the drop down folders, sorry, filters, and here you can see these two filters, it is coming automatically. We have done correctly. Now next step under order items measures click order count. So just select this order items here, drop down, just click it and click this order count. And next one is, yes, we need to click run now. So just I'm clicking run now, it is loading the data. And next step we should see the number of completed or items within the USA. Notice that we cannot delete the filters, but we can modify them, change the filters. For the status filter we need to do some following these things. Just remove this complete now, I'm going to remove this complete, just delete it, and just processing. I'm going to just click it, friends, it will come the processing. Okay, and outside I'm clicking, and now we need to select UK here, country. I'm going to select the country as UK. Just select the UK. Just great. Now next what we need to do means navigate back to the training e-commerce model. So I'm going to click this one. I'm sorry, friends, we have missed one thing. We need to click run, right? So I need to click run. So I'm going to click back. So I'm sorry for that. I missed that. We need to click run after selecting that filter, right? So after selecting this processing UK, we need to click run now. So I'm going to click run now. It is loading the data. Yes, great. Now so we have done that. Now we need to do that uh, next step we need to do. So you can see the results also. One that it's coming 134, 1 and 134 it's coming. Okay, now we need to click this looker, and we are navigating to that training, that one. Click develop and quick labs e-commerce, and now we are into the training e-commerce model. Now we need to click commit changes and push. I'm copying this add a commit message, and I'm clicking this commit changes and push, and I'm entering the message, whatever message you can give it, friends. Just click commit now. Yes, great. Now we need to lastly click deploy to production. So just click deploy to production. We have done that. Now we are going to add SQL always where filter. Navigate back to the training e-commerce model. We are in that e-commerce model file only. Now we need to remove the filter which we have created in the previous section. I am going to remove it. I am copying this SQL always where, and we need to replace with these things. So after that, explore our items, we need to put this SQL always where. This we need to put this SQL. So now I am going to replace this two line. Okay, now I am updated it. Okay, now after that we need to remove one closed braces also, right? I think so. Just remove these closed braces. Now you can see there is no error. Now we can click save changes. Now I think it's correct only. Yes, great. Okay, now we can click save changes. There is no error. If it is error, then you need to rectify it. Okay, then select explore other items. Just select it here. Explore other items, and next we need to click order items. Under the order items, click create a date. We need to select order items and create a date. After that we need to select the date. Then next step we need to click under order items, measures order count. So just go to the measures. So we are into the order items, measures order count. We have selected the created date and order count. Created date we have selected, and order count also we have selected. Then we need to click run, loading the data. We can see this like this only we will be getting the results, we will be getting, friends. So it is running. We can see the results now. Create a date and order count. Then on the data bar, click the SQL tab. Notice there is the filter defined in the where class for the all of the data. So just click this SQL tab. So it is coming the SQL select queries. Now navigate back to the training e-commerce model file. Just go to the navigate back to the e-commerce training e-commerce model file. Just click the looker. Just click the looker and click develop, and next quick labs e-commerce, and next training e-commerce model, click it. And now we need to click this commit changes. Before that, I'm copying the add a commit message. Click commit. So just click commit changes and push, and message we need to update it. Just click commit now. Then next step we need to lastly click deploy to production. Okay, done. Great, we have done it. And add SQL always having filter. So now navigate back to the training e-commerce model file in the quick labs e-commerce. We are in the same page only. Then we need to copy this SQL always having. So just copy this SQL always having order item count equal to 1. So I'm going to replace that SQL always SQL. So here we need to replace with this. Just replace this, then and click save changes. So now we need to click save changes. There is no error, so I'm clicking save changes. Okay, great. Next step, we need to select the explore order items under the training e-commerce model. So just click it, explore order items, click it. And next is under order items, click order ID. Under order items left side, So select order ID, and next order items measures, click average sale price and order item count. So here I am selecting this average sale price and order item count. So we need to select this order item count. We have selected successfully. So if you are seeing, I have selected order ID, average sale price and order item count. I am clicking run. So it is coming like that only. So it is running now. I have clicked already run, friends. So it is loading data. The results came now. We can see the result. You can see this result. Now navigate back to the training e-commerce model file. So we should see the different orders and their respective average sale price. So now we need to click that commit changes. I'm copying this message, whatever message you can put that. So just click this looker and go to that develop and click quick labs e-commerce, and next it will come training e-commerce model file. So we need to, yes, it is in that only. We need to click commit change and push, and we can give the message, whatever message we can give. Commit, just click commit. Then we need to click deploy to production. Lastly we need to click deploy to production. Yes, great. Now then we need to add a conditionally filter. Final step we are going to do it. Navigate back to the training e-commerce model. So we are in the same file only. Now remove the filter which you have created in the previous section. So just copying this conditionally filter, and I'm going to replace these things. So what we are going to do, so just to replace with this SQL always we are putting this conditionally filter. Okay, then next step we need to copy this filter, create a date only or unless user ID user state. So just enter it. So it is coming some error. Let's I'm removing that closed braces now. So the error gone now. So let's wait for it. After that 64 it is error is coming. So I'm deleting it again, it is coming the error. So we need to rectify something, friends. So I'm giving some space here. So just I think still I'm getting the error. So let's see here. And after that, unless we are getting one closed braces here. So let's see here also. After that, unless we need to put some closed braces. You are noticing 21 row, right? So after that 21 row we need to put closed braces. I'm going to put closed braces here now, and just give space. Okay, okay. So I think there is no error now. It's correct only. Now we are going to click save changes now, and next step we need to click select. We have already saved changes. Click explore order items. So under the training e-commerce model, explore order items, and now we need to click and the arrow next to the filters to expand the window and see the conditional filter which you have created. Success. So just click this filter. Yeah, it came now. So it is success only, friends. Order items created date is in the past 1 years. Great. So next under the order items, click order ID. Order items, click order ID, select the order ID, and next step we need to order items. Order items I am selecting. Under the order items I am selecting this average sale price. So I am going to refer it, friends. Order ID, created date. Actually order ID, actually created date it is missing. So we need to select this order items created date. So here it is missing. Order items created date, we need to select this one, right? Under order items created date, click here. So created date, where is the created date? Here, click. Okay, actually I have selected a date. Okay, created date, click here. So instead of year I have selected the date, friends. You can select the year. Okay, it will come, the loading data it's coming now. Okay, let's see. We will now test the connectivity of the filter. Under users, hover over the state and click the filter button. So just go to that and click state. So now under the users we need to select the state. We need to select the state, I mean hover that, just put the filter. We need to put the filter button. So here we need to put the filter button. So here filter by field. Okay, filter by field I was updated, I mean I have clicked that one. In the filter window, set the state filter to California. So just I'm putting this California CA. So I'm typing CA California. Then next step, click the cross next to the, okay, click the cross next to the other filter to delete it. So just remove this one, remove it, and next one is we are going to click run again. So we are going to click run again. Okay, now you can see this order ID created here, sale price, but we have selected the date, friends. That's what it's coming, created date. If you are selecting here, it will come created here. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Lastly, remove the state filter by clicking the cross next to it to delete it. We will see the created date filter automatically appears again. So just remove this. You can see automatically it is coming, right? Order items created date is in the past 1 years. So it's coming. Great, we have just explored how conditional filters work. While we can change the default value that we set, we cannot completely remove the filter unless we apply at least one of the filters we specified in the unless submit parameter. Navigate back to the training e-commerce file. So just click this looker now and click this click develop and click quick labs e-commerce, and then we are going to click commit changes. We need to click commit changes and push, and we are going to copy this message, add a commit message, and click this commit changes and push, and I'm giving the messages, add a commit message, click commit now, and finally we need to lastly click deploy to production. Okay, now we have clicked that one also. We have done the we have added the conditional filter to add added items export. We have done it, friends. Now I am going to check my progress whether we have completed correctly or not. Yes, we have done it correctly, friends. So in this demo we have learned how to filter explores with LookML. We first use the always filter to require filtering on the order status and user country. Then use the SQL always where and SQL always having filters to filter the order creation date and the number of order items. Lastly, we use the conditionally filter to filter the order items export to only return data for the past 1 year unless a filter was applied to a user ID or state dimension. Thanks a lot, friends. Have a great day. If you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, you can subscribe my YouTube channel so that it will motivate me to upload more videos about the Google Cloud platform. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye bye.